Welcome back to Point Blank. I am Nikki.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are two best friends in our 30s on opposite sides of life. Just, I don't know, navigating it, trying to figure out and find our people. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the job market and just our process here because we both are now unemployed. I have been unemployed much longer, but it's not fun. But we're going to chat about that. But first, there's a couple things that happen that we just need to get off our chest. Like some shit we just got to say. Yeah. So I'm going to go. Well, actually, how about we lead with the nice stuff? Because you were a lot nicer than I was.
Story first.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. This is all you.
Yeah. So I was telling Nikki this morning I was in Ralph's just getting some fruit and stuff like that for the kids. And this one older lady looked so cute and like all pink. She had like this really cute pink top on. She had like this really cute like pink little jacket on top of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Like pink is so your color. And she was just like, thank you. Like that's like my favorite color. And I'm like, you're welcome, but like really it looks really good on you. Like it just popped on her and you could just tell like it just like made her day. And she was just like such a vibrant like older lady. I was like, I love your vibe. Like I just love everything about you. Like you're so sweet.
I love that.
It was like so great. We love that.
I really love that. And I feel like I would want to ask so many questions. Like, why are you so vibrant and happy at that old age?
No, I literally should have asked that. Like, we literally first started talking over organic strawberries, and she was saying, like, how much she loves the ones at, like, Tanaka Farms, but, like, they're expensive as shit. And I'm like, yeah, well, I guess you get what you pay for, right? But, you know, we're talking over that, and she's like, oh, I just love berries. And I'm like, yeah.
I'm a little
Maybe that's
lad.
the secret. Maybe that's the secret.
You remember that? I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
Yeah.
You should have started dancing. No, I would have done that probably. I love that because I always want to know, like, why are you the way that you are at that old age? Like, is it because you never got married? Is it because you...
Yeah, like what is?
Like, what do you do for work? Or what did you do for work? I don't know. I'm always intrigued.
I should have asked that. Next time I should dig deep into that.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. It's always good to get insight, gather data.
For sure.
Mine was not so nice. I have a tendency to just be a little more angry these days and, like... I could talk about drivers
The worst.
in a whole episode out here. It's like I don't know how people have licenses out here, truly. But I'm driving doing my thing. I pull up to a red light and I look over to my left and this old broad is literally her seat is so far up her boobs are touching the steering wheel. And I'm like, how do you turn the wheel when your shit is so tight like that?
Yeah.
Then she starts picking her damn nose. Like, y'all are nasty. You are nasty. She picking her nose in there for a hot minute. Then she gets a tissue. So I'm like, okay, at least, like, we're recovering. And then I look over my right. This guy in the truck, whole hand in his mouth, picking at his teeth. For the whole time, I'm staring at him like, does he take a break? How's this play out?
Yeah.
No. Bro is locked in knuckles deep back on the molar. I'm like, you guys good? Like, y'all are nasty. And then you guys are going to go, like, touch groceries or go touch the freaking gas pump. Have we learned nothing?
That's literally what we were talking about. Remember? We're like, ew, dude, like, that kind of shit is touching everything and we're touching that. Like,
I got
just
man mouth all over.
Reminder to fucking wash your hands.
I got old lady snot on my berries and I got freaking... nasty man saliva on my gas pump.
I mean, I'm sure it's worse out there, but that's just a little...
That's just something I've noticed over the last few days. Like, we've learned nothing from any of our past experiences that we need to be a little bit more hygienic.
Well, it's like, how do you not feel someone staring at you? I feel like that's the first thing. Like, you're just sitting in your car and you're, like, looking forward and, like, you can feel someone staring at you.
100%.
And, like, we were saying, like, your windows aren't tinted. Like, can we, like, wait? Or
you're in a fishbowl.
Like, yeah.
You're in a fishbowl. My windows are almost black out and I wouldn't do that nonsense. Because I'd be like, who can see me? Who can see me?
Like, wait
I'm
till
scared.
You get home, yo.
Wait till you get home. You can, like, get your knuckles as deep as you want.
Or, like, wait till get to some floss or something. I don't know. That's that.
No, floss probably would work better than a fingernail, but I don't know. No dentist, but I don't know. Anyway, I just had to talk about that because I just literally was standing, like, head on a swivel, like, looking back and forth between these buffoons.
Yeah.
Nasty. Anyway, we gotta talk about this job situation. I don't know what's going on. Is everyone okay? Are we doing all right? Can you let me know? Is it just me? I know it's not just me, but it's like I am so flabbergasted at like the process, and even when you're in the process and you're like having good vibes and communication's flowing and you just get ghosted out of nowhere, it's like, where's the decency?
No, and like you were saying, they say they're going to give you a call back and then like crickets. You're like, regardless, like send something. Like, I feel like that's just kind of like common courtesy to like give someone heads up, like, hey, I'm interested, or hey, sorry, it's taking a little longer. Like, can we just get back to like
Like
basics
treating
here?
people like people.
Yeah. Like, I don't care how busy you are. It takes 2 seconds to send an email, a follow, like, schedule something. You know what I mean? Like, we can schedule an email to go out. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, get with the program here. It's like I was in the process of one very recently, and it's like, what was I, the second or third round? And I sent my thank you, and I got actually a response from the thank you. It was like, oh, we really loved talking to you, like, blah, 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 whatever. Sure hope to have, some answers soon, and I really hope I can get back to you tomorrow. I'm like, great. I'm waiting. I hear nothing. I'm waiting. I hear nothing. I'm like, I check in like 1 week later. I hear nothing. Well, they told me I was on their short list too. They actually said in the email, like, you're on our short list. I'm just trying to figure out the next steps. I'm waiting. I sent a 1 week follow up. I sent a 2 week follow up. My ass got ghosted. I'm like, well, okay. Thank you everyone for your time. It's like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like that power play where, because like we're in where we're in right now with the market and just all these layoffs and people are just, so many people need work.
Right.
These employers are
AI
just playing the game.
Over, it seems like, a lot of the jobs too, which is pretty scary shit. It's like
super like entry level jobs are just getting annihilated.
Well, and they're paying like basic ass shit too. Like, I've looked up some jobs, they want like a bachelor's, they want like 3 to 5 years of experience, and then it's like $18 to $28 an hour. You're like, what in the actual hell? Like, how does that make any sense?
I know. I saw one the other day. Literally, I was scrolling. It was 10 years of experience for $32 an hour. I said, I'm gonna scroll past this. Like, that's the most insane thing I've ever. Like in California too, even.
Insane. And that's what, like, some of these, like, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with $18 an hour? Like, can we be real? Like, they're making more at McDonald's. Like, such an insult. And half the time your shit's wrong. They're missing shit. Like, it's just like, give me a break, seriously. And that's what, like, at my previous job, I had literally thrown that out so many times. Like, you understand there's people at like literally fast food chains making more than me. And I'm like running your whole operation right now. And like, you don't have the audacity to like pay me what I should get paid. Like, that's freaking mind blowing to me.
It's truly something remarkable to see.
It's crazy.
I'm scrolling. Don't even get me started on these people who be flipping burgers. Like, we need $30 an hour minimum. Girl, you could pack up your bags because there's already kiosks taking my order. So I'm not sure what you're doing, but you're not getting paid 30. And that's what these things these people don't understand. Mm. You want these higher wages at these jobs that people could do blindfolded, quite frankly. And they don't understand that it's a business and they have to turn profit and they have to be smart. And it's like, okay, you want $30 an hour? Actually, I'm going to cut you and half the staff. I'm going to put up computers that take orders, and you guys can find somewhere else to work.
Well, and then the food goes up because of that, the pricing of foods.
Right.
So, like, hello. And the thing is, too, like, if you're going to ask for that much, like, at least have something to back that up. Like, you best be having some kind of, like, schooling, some degree. Like, there needs to be something to even try and get to that level, right? Like, I just don't understand, like, the bare minimum to flip a burger and you think you deserve that much is so crazy to me. Like, it takes no skill to do that. I'm just confused.
I have no doubt that, like a lunch rush or things get hectic or weird orders and it's a little stressful. Like, okay, I hear you on that, but to be asked to get paid like $35 when there's like physician assistants out there making like not much more.
Or think about the people that are literally driving ambulances, like making dirt.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on how underpaid doctors and surgeons and EMTs are.
Alive, and like we're over here paying more at McDonald's. It's just like, it's so mind blowing to me.
Like, these guys are saving lives at like $30 an hour and you're making a double cheeseburger.
It's crazy to me.
Honestly, it's honest work. They're like, I eat that shit up. I'm loving it, if you know what I mean. Like, I love the McDonald's workers. You know what? Do your thing, pop off, but you're not getting $30 an hour to do that. To drop fries in a fryer. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's honest work, but be so for real. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta
like, you can't survive off like, the basic. Like, I completely understand that, but at the same time, you have to like, it needs to make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to be addressing the other issues as though like, why is it so expensive here? Why is our gas prices $1.50 more than anywhere else because we have to process it a certain way? Why can't I live anywhere without paying $3,000 a month? Like, we need to work on that stuff, and then the $20 an hour is going to be fine, or at least better.
Well, and I was thinking too, like, I was telling my husband last time, like, remember when we used to have a 2-bedroom and it was like $1,600, and I thought that was freaking crazy. Like, I was like, how are we going to afford that? Like, that's so much money, and now we're literally paying more than double.
That's
it's
sick.
like, honestly, it's crazy to me. I'm just like, wait a minute, so maybe that wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah, it's literally sick.
But like some apartment complexes too, like you were saying, right? Like some go up like $200 to $300 every year. You're just like, how is that logically okay?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to
these...
save me as a tenant where I haven't been late? I've been like, you know what I mean? Just like little things, like I'm not a burden. I don't like cause issues. Like, you know what I mean? I just do my normal shit. And like, you'd rather risk another person coming in just to upcharge like $200 to $300? Like, come on. The greediness.
Yeah, at that point, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need it. It's like these big, I've said it before, like BlackRock and all these huge, companies that buy up these complexes of thousands of units of apartments and just, it's a cash cow. And for what? You don't even like clean anything. You don't put in new anything. You like, just, it's the same old dusty, rusty, ugly carpet from 1995. It's like, we're going to raise your rent. Now it's $3,000 a month. I'm like, okay, but you actually haven't changed anything.
Yeah, like nothing's upgraded. Like what's
nothing.
Like at least here, like our microwave went out and they gave me a brand new one and that shit's like bougie. So I'm like, okay, shit, I'll take that. Washer, dryer. My washer took a shit, so they actually replaced the washer and the dryer and they're brand freaking new. So like those kind of things, like they've been taking care of me. So I'm like, God bless you all. And I don't know, maybe it's just like the way like it's managed, you know what I mean? To like here, I feel like our manager kicks ass. Like she makes sure like things are freaking in pristine condition. Like they just redid around the pool. Like, you know what I mean? So like they're doing stuff, like gardeners are here every single day cleaning. I was telling you, remember, like we have a literal dog grooming like room in our complex. Like it's so cool. It has like all the different features, everything. And then we have like a car wash station right next to it. So it's like things like that are pretty sick, you know what I mean? And like to have little things like that, they redid like just the room where you could like rent out, like they got all new furniture and like did stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. But I've also heard too, like they don't raise it that much here. So like, thank God. But I think it's because if they're like at a certain, like they've been here for so long, there's like a certain like cap on years that they can't like over, like there's a certain cap where they can't like raise it as much or something.
Oh, interesting. I have no idea how any of that works.
Yeah.
So I'm stupidly just making my comments about stuff, and that's just what it is. But it's like,
I feel like it's just common sense. Like you just see it. You know what I mean? Like it's just, you're just like, what the hell? And like again, like back to the job market, like how are we supposed to afford something like that? Like right now, right? Like I'm kind of scrambling. I'm like, okay, well shit, I'm gonna need something. Like the cash that I cashed out for my 401k, like that's only gonna last so long with a $3,600 a month rent, and then like my car payment, my husband's car payment. You know what I mean? Like it's just a trickling effect, and like it's kind of hard, right? Like once you take a step forward, right? You're like, oh, I got a job, so like I could buy this and that, right? But then like once you lose that job, you're like 10 steps backwards again.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
trying to catch
that's
up.
like the whole living over your means thing. It's like, that's just how it works. It's like lifestyle inflation essentially, or whatever they call it, if that's what it is. I don't remember, but something like that, where it's like,
Right.
you make 50 and then 3 years later you make 75 and then you buy the extra thing. Then you make 95 and you buy something else. Then you make 100 and you buy something else, and then you lose your job. And you're like, oh shit, if I just didn't buy all that extra stuff and I was still living like I had a 50K salary, I'd probably could manage and live a lot longer without the income. But I mean,
But like you said, if it's gonna make you happy, then like do it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, God, it's like you gotta just. I mean, they're like, oh, that's why millionaires drive like old Ford Focuses. I'm like, I couldn't do it. Wouldn't be me. Yeah. Wouldn't be me. I don't even care. I was just like
certain things that I like to have that are nice. You know what I mean? Which is like the place that I live in and my car. Like those are like the two things that I will splurge on, and then the rest I'm like, maybe not so much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it's just like. Well, here's the other thing. These jobs, do they even, I mean, I know it's like they have like, oh, you're in California, you're going to get a higher range of whatever. But it's like, do you actually understand what that means for us here? Because I'm making, like, I'll see some of these postings. They'll be like, oh, Los Angeles would be like 115, 130, whatever it is. Right. But then it's like, oh, Virginia would be like 120. I'm like, okay, so I should just move to Virginia and apply to this job or what? Like, that's such a difference.
Well, it's because the cost of living. That's what it's all about.
I know, but I'm saying, like, there's no, like, the difference of pay per state. Like, these jobs, I'm like, I don't think you actually understand.
Well, also, like, I mean, there's no way. Working, right, like, my last job, like, all of them were, like, in Illinois. And then, like, the cost of living is obviously clearly different. And it's, like, I don't think they liked having to pay me more than what they would like to pay somebody else, right? Because we also outsource to like India and they pay them like close
$2
to
an hour.
nothing, you know? Yeah. So it's like, of course you're going to get what you pay for, but then at the end of the day, right? Like it's all about profit. Like that's all companies look at. They don't really care about, I guess, the production side of it. I guess not.
They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about nothing. If there's not ROI, they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
They don't care. And these jobs, like, I just don't even know how we got here. It must go back to COVID. Everything, I feel like, goes back to COVID.
I know. Everything's been a shit show ever since
Before COVID, I could literally apply to 10 jobs and have 10 interviews.
Yeah.
Easily. I'm applying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs, and I had maybe like 15, 20 interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Which some might say that's even really good. Like, I've heard of people who've been applying to jobs for like thousands of applications and got like 3 interviews. I'm like, gosh, dang.
And it might not even be a job that you wanted. You know what I mean? It's just like desperate times call for desperate measures, and you just have to start applying to almost everything at that point.
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
I mean,
the job market is just like, you kind of have to take what you can get sometimes, you know?
Yeah, you and I literally applied for a part-time Amazon delivery driver. I got rejected. I got a rejection email. I'm like, damn.
You're like, what? That's
I'm like, I don't.
From that, then I don't.
I'm like, I've been in the dumps and my, self-worth is a little low. So I'm going to apply to this and maybe got rejected. Like, oh.
Psych.
Yeah. Let's take us down another notch.
Yeah. Well, like I was telling you, like, I can't just look for like a typical job, right? Like, I have kids to take care of. Like, my husband's the one, that gets to like, stick with his jobs and stuff where he doesn't have to worry about the kids. But like remote is like literally all I can take at this point, which also limits everything, right? Like I need something remote and that is going to be a little flexible, right? Like I need to be able to take my kids to school. I need to be able to pick them up from school. And like if you're a mom, you freaking know that like the kids get like early out like every flipping week. They're like all of a sudden they have no school. It's like a teacher day. You're just like, how the hell is someone supposed to actually work a legitimate job that's like a 9 to 5 or you know what I mean, like 8 to 5? Like how are you supposed to do that knowing like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do with my kids? And like summer's coming up, like that's another stressful situation. And like yesterday was a prime example. Like I got a call from my son's school that he had a headache and I had to come pick him up. Like what would I do if I was at a job, like a legitimate job? You know what I mean? Like how would I navigate that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like not everyone's going to be flexible with, oh, you have a kid, like that's not my problem. You know what I mean? Some may be, some may not, and I can't just leave my 5-year-old at home by himself, It's like things like that is so just stressful that I'm like, okay, well, I need to find a job again that, has like, obviously it has to be remote. It needs to have like somewhat flexible hours, and the earlier the better, honestly, for me.
Yeah, you need like East Coast hour times.
Yeah, that's what I was working before. It was like perfect. I was 5 a.m. to 1:30. I could get off to go get my kids, from school. I had to like combine my breaks to go pick up Ryder from school. I had to take my lunch in the morning to go drop my kids off at school. You know what I mean? And then I was off in time to grab my girls from school. Like, I just need something like that. And obviously it's so much easier said than done. Yeah. But like, that's why I'm so restricted to finding a job right now, is because I need something like that. And that's obviously going to pay more than, $20 an hour. Like, we can't survive off that,
Yeah. I will say, like, because my last 2 jobs were fully remote. Mm-hmm. And like, there is a difference when you're trying to find a remote job, especially in a market like this, because, I mean, think about it. It's like you apply to a remote job, it's you and at minimum, pretty much anyone in the country, sometimes even outside the country. Right. So that competition pool is so vast. It's like, it's tough. It's tough as shit. And so it's like, just to try to find a remote job. I mean, I was lucky I found 2, but it's like, that shit is hard because you're in competition with everyone around the country at a minimum. Then you move to hybrid, then your pool is like literally maybe a couple hundred people, right? It's like, but it's still pretty large because say it's a hybrid role in, I don't know, Hollywood, but you lived in Orange County, but you only have to go in twice. Maybe you just make the commute, you suck it up. So then you have kind of a bigger mileage of people applying, or you go like fully on site or only like 1 day at home. And I feel like that pool is smaller because it's like your local, like maybe 30-mile radius or something.
For sure.
So it's like at this point I have been applying to some remote jobs too, but I'm pretty much just doing like hybrid or on site.
Right.
Because I'm like, at this point, it's like, I feel like that's my best bet.
And it's hard too. I feel like when you're looking for like remote jobs, it's hard to tell which ones are like legit and which ones are like a total scam. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them are weird, but some of that, I mean, like as long as like they have, I don't know where you're looking, but like as long as they have like a picture and you can find the website and all that kind of stuff, you're like, oh, okay, like fair enough. Mm-hmm. But remote jobs are like just, I love my remote jobs, okay? Had a lot of flexibility. I could kind of make my schedule as long as I was doing my work. Like, no one really cared.
Right.
But there is something to, like, being in your house for literally not interacting with anyone and just seeing humans on Zoom for year after year after year. That it's like, I actually wouldn't mind going into an office a couple times.
See, I feel like
And,
I'm like
sounds
spoiled
nice.
now. Like I actually don't want to go back into an office. Like ever since I'm so used to this, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well,
I like to be able to like throw a load in the wash. I like to be able to like walk my dog outside real quick, or like, you know what I mean? Just little things like that like you take for granted, and then you're gonna have to go into an office, and it's just like, ugh.
Well, I think too with you like having the kids and stuff, it's just better to have that in case there's like an emergency or something. But like for me, it's like I'm just gonna sit in an apartment and stare at these people on Zoom forever and ever and ever and never do anything. Like I would actually enjoy going in a couple days. I think my personality and just kind of like me feeling productive if I'm like put together and I go somewhere. Like even on the remote jobs we had like those like co-working space credits, and I went to some sick ones, dude. They were so cool, and I just rolled up there and like ate their food and hung out on their couches and like just vibed out for like a whole day at work. And I went to like different ones, and like I just loved doing that. So I was like, if I could find somewhere that has like a cool office like that, I'd probably eat it up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just makes working a little bit easier too, because it's like, okay, I gotta have a meeting, I got a kickoff call with these people. It's like, when can you do checking calendar? If you're in the office, you're like, yo, talk to me real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just so much easier. I don't know. It's like pros and cons.
Yeah, for sure.
But here's the other thing about finding a job that I need to bitch about for a hot second. Remember back in the day, you know, you're looking for jobs, you apply jobs, you get that interview request, and you're like, hell yeah, like you're excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't even get excited over interviews anymore. You know why? Because I know damn well it's going to be 4, 6, 8, 10 rounds of interviews. So like I get an interview and I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Like if it's me at the end of this, I would have to probably put in at least 2, maybe 3 months of interviewing before I even get the role.
That is so crazy. Like what a waste of time.
It is the most insane thing I've ever, like, listen, I get the HR screen, the first bit, cool. The second one with maybe the hiring manager, I get it. A third one, maybe like a panel, or you maybe meet like a couple members of the team or like whatever, cool. Maybe a fourth one if you're kind of a senior level or whatever, you got to go in, maybe you have to go on site and like meet or put a little something together. 4 is enough. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't know by then like I don't know what else you're looking for.
Like they pass you to this person, then they're going to pass you over here to this person, then they take 2 weeks between each one to figure out if you're going on or not. It's like, what's going on? Like, you need help or not?
I know.
Like, do you need help or not? You're over here talking about on the call, I have so much going on. I'm doing the job of this person too, and that's why we need to find somebody because I'm underwater, blah, 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 blah. Then hire somebody. I mean, am I missing something? Am I missing it?
I don't know.
It's like after 2, 3, 4 interviews, you know this person can speak to their experience, they can articulate themselves, they communicate, you can see how they think, you could see if it would be a culture fit. I don't know what we're doing after 3 or 4.
Yeah.
We're wasting time.
Like, what else do you need to dive into at that point, you know?
It's just like, my God. Like, I remember one interview process I did, like when not my last company, but the one before had the huge layoffs or whatever. They had like 4 rounds of layoffs, dude. I made it through every single one. The last one I got sniped. Yeah. Anyway, I remember I was unemployed for 7 months after that. And I remember one interview process I went through, oh my God, dude. I was like on the 6th round. And then I had to open up Figma and had to get a whole thing, a whole workflow, a whole customer journey, a whole customer like mapped out, like all this stuff. And I like submitted it. I mean, luckily I made it to the next round after that. I was like one of the 2 finalists, but then I ended up obviously not getting the job. But I'm like, this took so long and so much work. Like I just gave you guys a great business idea with a complete customer journey and how to target them and get them. So you're welcome. And it's like, no, sorry. I'm like, you've wasted 3 months of my life.
It's like you almost wonder if they do it on purpose too to like get the ideas or like, you know what I mean? Just things like that. You're just like, what in the actual hell?
I remember my dad when I got my recent job before he quit. Obviously, when I got that job, I was like, obviously I'm excited, right? Because I'd been unemployed for 7 months, 8 months. I'm like, oh, a paycheck, like praise G. Mm-hmm. And I remember like starting work and my dad's like, aren't you going to miss interviewing? Like, what are you going to do now? And I was like laughing like, oh yeah, ha, ha, ha. Now I'm back in the trenches and I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I will say one company I'm interviewing with right now, I'm going to give them real mad props because they were like, oh, we're doing like 2 or 3 rounds. Like, we're not wasting time here. I said, God bless you all. Literally, whatever you decide to do with me is, I mean, I care, but it's up to you, obviously. But it's like, right. I just want to kiss your feet for the fact that you just do 2 to 3 interviews and move on with your life.
Yeah. And like you said, it's like, do you need help or not? Like, by the time it takes to hire someone, by the time it takes to like train them and get them like in, you know what I mean? Like, that takes a long time.
No, seriously, you're hiring someone. It takes 2 to 3 months to hire them. Then it takes them about, depending on the job, probably 3, 6, 8 months to get decently comfortable to just do it. I mean, they're going to be great, probably, depending on what it is.
Right.
You're looking at a full year invested in someone just because your process took almost half a year.
It's like, make it make sense, like, you know?
Or there's like these job things like, oh, these are the qualifications, requirements, like all this specific stuff. And then you like get an interview and then it's like, oh, well, tell me about your experience with this product or whatever. And you're like, oh, well, I don't really like, I haven't actually, like, it's not on my, like, I don't know what that is basically, right? And then it's like, oh, but I could learn it or whatever. But then you get feedback and you could, when you get X'd from the process, they're like, oh, we're just looking for someone who really has good experience with that product. And I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't say I did. And you still interviewed me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and third of all, like, whatever happened to letting people learn something on a job?
That's what pisses me off. Like, would you rather not teach someone how to do it versus like having to like revamp somebody to do it the way you like? Like, to me, like, that would make so much more sense.
It's like, okay, yeah, maybe I don't know. Like, I've worked with ERP softwares, or I've worked with this product or that product, which is a competitor or like very adjacent to the product that you use, but because I don't have 5 years of exact experience in that specific product, I'm a no. When I understand the gist of it, knowing me, I've probably researched it and got a trial account during the interview process to learn it, and you cross me off the list because you don't want to teach somebody like for a couple weeks until I could get it and then I rock and roll. It's just weird to me. I'll never forget. Oh my God. I'll never forget. This was years and years and years ago. Like when I was at one of my companies I stayed at for like 4 years, but I was trying to like internally interview and get myself to a different role. And I had gone through like 2 or 3 and I was not picked. And at this point I'm like, I'm not trying to like move anymore. I'm just going to stay put. Right. Then this thing came up and the recruiter reached out, the internal recruiter reached out. I was like, hey, like you'd be great for this, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll hear you out. I heard her out. There was like one coding experience. It was like 1 to 3 years of coding experience. And I remember talking to the recruiter. I said, look, I've been through the ringer. I said, I don't have this. So if this is like a deciding factor, a non-negotiable, I do not want to continue in this process. She goes, no, it's definitely not. I said, okay, great. I'm going through the process. One of my actual like colleagues on my team is going through the same thing. We like know each other, that we're going after it's weird, first and foremost. We both are the finalists, right? I get that recruiter call from being like, told that I'm not the one, and the one reason they gave me was because I didn't have any coding experience and they went with someone who had coding experience. I said, I'm about to flip my desk because what the hell do you mean? You just wasted so much of my time, dude. Like,
no, nobody cares. That's the thing.
Literally, I'm being nobody cares. For real. Like, I'm being honest, and I literally looked you dead in the face and said, look, I do not have that, and if that is like such a hard thing and a deciding factor in this position, do not continue me on.
Right.
No, it's not. Knowing damn well you already talked to this girl who had it. Anyway. And then you tell me that's the reason. Make up a different reason. Make up something else.
Please lie about it.
Lie to me. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of lying about it, can we please talk about that? Like how literally they want you to sell yourself and you're just like lying about this, that, and it's like this whole thing's a freaking scam. Like this whole thing's a lie. Everything about it is just one big fat lie.
Everyone's lying. No one knows what they're doing.
I know.
We have all worked, I mean, at this point, we're in our 30s. We've worked jobs, right, where it comes off. You got the cool title, all your job responsibilities. You know damn well you're in those meetings. You're looking at those emails, and no one knows what's going on.
I know.
Okay, nobody knows a damn thing. It's really just the people who ask the questions and try to figure it out that do well. It's like, I mean, unless you're like a trade person or like a doctor or like, you know, physical therapist or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you have to know your shit. But it's like most people in the workforce, pretty dumb.
They're just winging it.
We're just all winging it. Just like trying to figure it out, like doing our best. Like it just blows my mind. Because then you have these interviews where it's like, make sure you're doing this and you wear this and you speak this way and use a STAR method, use a MAR method or this method or that. It's like, I'm like, okay, but in real life, you know you're not doing that.
Yeah.
On the inside. So it's like now
make it sound like they're all like, you know,
yeah, proper and
like,
stuff.
Dude, please stop.
Like now it's like I take the pressure off myself from interviews by thinking a couple ways. The first way is that I'm taking power back by like, maybe I don't even want to do this. Mm-hmm. Like maybe I don't know enough about the role to be like so stressed that I'm like anxious and I don't do well because I'm trying to like prove myself or something. So take some power back and be like, well, maybe I don't want this, or like depending on their answer to this question, I don't know how, and like you take that away from them. And then the other thing is just like just use your personality and like have good conversation. Like, you know what you've done in your past roles. You know what they're looking for. You can read a job description and be like, oh, I fit that bill. Like, I could just speak to these points. Like, you have like 4, 5, 6 examples in your past history you can use for almost any question they're going to ask you. So I have just learned to like get good at storytelling and like using my past work experience like as a story and what I've learned and like whatever. It makes it way easier to go through these processes, but it's just the process is I will never get over how long and draining they are. It's truly something I've never experienced before.
I know, and like I've been just now getting into, too, and it's like ever since I've just been hearing Nikki and her stories, it's like it's so just like I don't know, it's just I feel like it's so challenging, like almost with just your mind, right? Like it's so hard to like get out of that, like, oh God, like here goes another one, or you know what I mean? Like here goes again. Like I don't know, it's just so hard to like stay motivated and like with a positive mindset when it's just like how long it takes, like there's just no respect for other people's time. It's just, you know what I mean? It's so hard to just like, I don't know, just go about the process. It's never ending. It feels
and I remember I was getting ready for the one I had like yesterday, the day before, whatever. And I was talking to you about it. I'm like, I gotta like, it was like a 1 o'clock call, but if you know, that 1 o'clock call, actually your whole beginning of your day is shot because you gotta prep a little and get a shower and do your hair and do your makeup, like all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you're getting all ready for this. I remember talking to you and I'm sitting there staring out my clothes laid out on the bed and I'm like, I have done this how many times and I have 100% fail rate at this point because I don't have a job, obviously. And I've done this, and so sometimes I just have to like laugh about that, and it takes me out of that really stressful like I have to have the right answers and make sure I'm presenting it and blah blah blah, because first of all that's just gonna make you kind of stumble and stutter and be nervous, and they can eat that and smell that and see that through the screen or in person. And so when you're just like, you know what, like I got this, I know me, I've done this a million times, it's probably just gonna be another rejection, you got to take the pressure off. Like that has helped me so much in the last maybe like 4 or 5 interviews that I've had.
Well, and the other thing too, like if they're gonna like you, they're gonna like you. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And like we were saying, like the vibe's either there or it's not. Like we were saying, like I feel like you can tell by just like the first couple minutes of speaking to each other if it's gonna click or not. Like I feel like that goes with anything. Like if I talk to somebody and like the first like couple minutes I'm like, oh, there's no way, or like this chick is so cool, we could like totally vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Things like that. You're just like, I feel like you could totally tell within the first couple minutes if it's gonna work or not.
Well, I mean, that literally goes to anything, right? It's like people do business with people they like. You know, if you're getting to the interview, if you're selected for that first interview, you make it past that interview, the hiring manager then is usually the second interview, so they've reviewed the first ones, right? Everyone who gets to that point, you can do the job. They think that you can do it based off your experience, you're qualified, you're there. At that point, you have got to just vibe. Right. These people are going to pick people who they get along with. The hiring managers are going to pick people that they like and can communicate with and have good banter with, because most likely that's who you're reporting to. Right. So it's like people do business with people they like. And it's the other way around too. If like you're in an interview and you're like, this dude or this girl is whack-a-doodle, bro. Yeah. Then it's going to be like that. Like that's who you're working with. Those are your people. It's like at the end of the day, it's literally a culture fit and a personality fit over than a qualification. I think there are probably certain, senior exec leadership levels that maybe that doesn't weigh in too much. But I mean, I can even speak to like being at a company and they were trying to hire a new like CTO or CFO or something. And there was like 2 guys and one was like, had the FANG, had all this experience, startup, built, but was kind of an ass, versus didn't have as much of that, but was super cool dude. They went with the super cool dude. So it's like, even at the highest levels, it's like, it's such a culture personality. If it's there, it's there. It's like literally with everything. Like to your point about the friendships, dating, it's the same thing. It's literally just, do they like you enough? Yeah. It's like, that is really it. And you can't like beat yourself up if it's like they don't pick you. It's like, whatever, dude, you're lost. I'm next. That's like me. I'm like
to think about it. You just have to say it like that. Like, oh, well, they're lost,
Yeah. Who's that guy on there's a kid on TikTok. He's literally like 18 years old. He's a sales guy and he has taken over TikTok and he just cold calls people all the time and people are cussing him out, yelling at him, and he's like, next, like on to the next, like fucking, like I'm out of here, like whatever, I don't care, just what. And like that's just literally what you have to do. Like salespeople get it. It's a numbers game, it's a whatever game, it's like a personality high. We joke about personality hires, but I think that's a thing. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, it's just, you really have to not take things personally, because it's very easy when you're in the job hunt to be like on this roller coaster of highs and lows.
Right.
Oh my Lord, it is something else. You're like, oh, I'm in the process of 4 interviews, and literally overnight they could all say no to you, and then you're back to 0. It's like, holy shit. It's like the most insane thing.
It really is.
It's truly like
Rocks your
hard.
mind.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know.
It's hard out there, y'all.
I know. It's depressing.
Like you said, you
It's
just have to have the
depressing.
right mindset for it, though. Like you have to go into it saying, like, okay, there's plenty of people that are also applying. Like if they're gonna like me, they're gonna like me. If not, it is what it is.
Yeah, like I know what I can do. I know what I have to offer. I communicate
Right.
well. I am like I know what I bring to the table, and if they don't want to take a shot on it, they're lost. I'm moving on to the next one. Like
That's all you
at
can
this
do.
point, you just got to keep things rolling. Just try to book as many interviews as you can. Apply to jobs that actually make sense, that you qualify for, that you hit those kind of AI filters in the initial beginning.
Right.
See if you can get some interviews and just use them as practice. I mean, you don't want your dream job or the job that you really want, right, to be the first interview because you're probably going to suck. Like you got to take 6, 7, 10, 15 interviews, like get in the swing of that practice again. So then
Right.
when the really cool job does show up, you're like, I've done this so many times. I know I can do this.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference. It makes kind of the
Really
process
does.
a little bit more like palatable.
For sure.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about jobs. I'm sick of talking about jobs. Job this, job that.
So stressful.
Anyway, you guys, go over to our gram. Go over to pointblank.nl and tell
out.
us what's going on if you're in the job hunt or not. Or maybe you have a job and you just want to lend a little supportive, hypey message for us. Let us know.
Or if you know of somebody hiring, let us know too, you know?
No, seriously, network or some with people in the
Yeah.
comments or whatever. Like, shout it out. See what you're looking for. What's your experience? Maybe people know people. That's a big part of it too. You gotta know
Lot of it.
somebody who this
All my
somebody
jobs
has.
that I've gotten has been because of that. All
That's
of them.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've had a handful of them. Not every single one, but a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Definitely makes a difference.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we'll catch you in the next episode. It's gonna be kind of a good
I'm
one.
excited
I'm sure
about that one.
we're gonna be ranting a bit, so
Yeah,
we will
we are.
catch you in that
Catch you
episode.
guys there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.